Now, powdery mildew is a problem that I've had with my system since day one, and it frustrates the living hell out of me. I'll show you some of the plants that I've got over there in a second, but it happens every single season without fail, and it drives me bonkers. I'll plant them, they'll go well, and then within about 2 weeks, they'll get wiped out completely. The powdery mildew starts at the base and then spreads its way up, and within about a week, they're dead. I've tried all the normal methods. I've put bicarb and milk and sprayed it over it. I've gotten commercial stuff from the shops and sprayed the leaves with it, and they're only ever really a stopgap measure. They don't stop it from happening. They don't cancel it. They don't do anything to help the plant's immune system to fight it naturally. And I am usually over it. So when they start to die, they usually die. So I'll show you these ones and what's happened to them. So this is generally what happens to the plants. They die. This is some cucumbers. But the same thing happens with pretty much everything. So anything from pumpkins to snow peas to anything like that, they will die relatively quickly, and the powdery mildew always takes them. But I finally found something which I think is a good chance to be able to stop this sort of stuff from happening again. This stuff here is silica, or potassium silicate. Where did I find it? Yeah, so this stuff here is potassium silicate, and it's a silica that I want to add to the system here. I was reading up from people that are a lot smarter than me that have added silica to their systems, to mostly hydroponic systems, and it helps build up the natural immune system inside of the plant. Now, how much do we add is the question which I could not find an answer to, so I have been adding it gradually. You'll have to note that this stuff will shoot your pH up, so if you've already got a naturally high pH, then you're going to have to be careful about how much you put in there, or put it in slowly over a certain amount of time, and add it slowly. And it also adds potassium to the system as well, which is quite a good thing if you're trying to grow fruiting crops and stuff like that. Now, I bought a Silica Testing kit online, and they are relatively easy to use. I'll show you a little clip of me doing a test here, but it's not hard at all. Basically, you follow the directions on top of it, and then you figure out how much it is there. Now, the Silica test that I have here doesn't go high enough to the point that I want it.
Now, since the scale that the test uses doesn't go down low enough, basically what I do is get half distilled water, half pond water, and then do the test normally, and then times that result by that too. And that'll give me the higher result, which I need to be able to tell how much there is inside my system.
Now, when I add this stuff, I'll show you guys a little bit closer. So when I add this stuff, the silica additive, then I want to make sure that I get it to about 50 parts per million. Now, this isn't another figure that I pulled out of my ass. There are lots of documentation that say 50 parts per million is an optimum level for the plants to be able to build up the immunity and to get stronger and to naturally battle it. I did it the first time and discovered I had about 10 parts per million inside my system. So it wasn't at zero, but it wasn't at the point that I wanted to be able to get the optimum amount of growth out of the system. So basically, I do a bit of testing, and then I added some of this. I probably added about that much to the bottle, but keep in mind that I have 16,000 litres of water. It's going to be very different mileage if you have a small IBC tank. But I added about that much, and it brought it up probably about 5 to 10 parts per million, which is a little bit, but I'm going to add some more and then keep on going it up and keep on gradually keeping an eye on what the levels are doing, how much they're reacting to everything, and especially how they're going. So it's a little bit late in the season to try again with more cucumbers, because they'll get about 2-3 months and then it's going to start chilling down and not be particularly good. So I'm going to start again and plant some snow peas, which are another thing that's always been wiped out. Every single year without fail, I'll get probably 10 awesome flushes of snow peas and then they're gone. The powdery mildew just takes them out, and it's really quite frustrating. Same with other beans and that sort of stuff. Powdery mildew always takes it, which is another reason why I love growing tomatoes, because they are pretty much immune to powdery mildew. And I'll also do an update video to tell you how it goes, because after they've grown and they're grown to the point, then I'll take it off where they usually die and see how they are going. So I hope you guys got something out of this, and if this is the first video of mine, then make sure you subscribe. If you guys are curious about where I get this sort of stuff from, I'll leave a link in the description and we'll go from there. So thanks guys, and I'll see you guys next time.